Rinna and Harry Hamlin. All right, this one is about Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin. Oh, I missed one. I'm gonna have to get that one for you guys. Okay, here we go. So this one also comes with, and again, everything is alleged, rumored, and for entertainment. We're gonna listen to that girl's TikTok. It's at the Kyle.
You want more? I'll give you more. I'm gonna walk you all through this one last time. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is the most popular franchise in Bravo reality TV history. That is the reason Lisa Rinna is an A-list reality TV star. She's not being called an A-list celebrity. She's not being called an A-list actress. She's not being called an A-list model. She is being called an A-list reality TV star because that is what she is. Lisa Rinna was the second celebrity to block me on TikTok. Farrah Abraham was the first. So I say this all about Lisa Rinna as a statement of fact, not as a fan. Now for her blind item. An offspring of the actor/reality star was told they would be cut off financially if they didn't attend a series of red carpet events. And that is Amelia Gray and Delilah Belle Hamlin, Harry Hamlin, and Lisa Rinna. And the related headline is, watch Lisa Rinna, Harry Hamlin, and daughters do the Wednesday dance. And I love that they used a picture of Beyonce instead of them.
You guys, so let's get into this one. So as she stated, and again, that is at the Kyle Marissa. And I believe she's reading blind items from Crazy Days and Nights, aka NT Lawyer. Now, what she basically said was that Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin were basically threatening to cut off their daughters financially, to cut daughters. Sorry, you guys, on the thing I said to cut daughters. What I meant was to cut daughters Amelia and Gray off financially if they did not attend red carpet's events. Now, let's break this down. We all know that it was Delilah Gray was on Instagram or TikTok, wherever the hell she was, and she was crying and she was saying how, like, she wanted her parents, Harry and Lisa, to pay for her trauma therapy and they wouldn't pay for it. And she was on there crying and was really upset. We also know that Delilah has also unfortunately accidentally overdosed on Xanax and other prescription pills. She also went to rehab for this. I'm not sure if she calls it rehab. She might call it like a wellness center or something like that. I want to respect whatever she calls it. I'm calling it rehab. If that's not what she calls it, no disrespect. But she went to some place like that after she accidentally OD'd on the drugs, on the prescription pills. Also, I believe she still struggles with her addiction to prescription pills. Now, let's not forget about Amelia. Now, Amelia is the youngest daughter, and as we all know, she has struggled publicly with an ED. She has admitted that Lisa Rinna forced her to be on the show and talk about her ED as a storyline when she did not want to be on the show and she did not want to talk about it. She's since retracted that, but girl, you said it. And it was very clear Lisa Rinna was like, you better take it back, because she didn't want any smoke in the tabloids. But it was too late. It was already out there. And I think it was actually in People magazine, and People magazine don't play. So as we know, and then also on the show, there was that really cringy scene when Amelia didn't want to eat and Harry was like, this is your fault to Lisa. And that was really cringy. And she was like giving him the middle finger. It was really, really bizarre and weird. There's also allegations that Harry lives in Canada with his boyfriend and he's checked out. He doesn't even really live with Lisa in California, and it's all this sort of like front, they've just kind of been together forever. So they're going to have this sort of Hollywood facade. Also, don't forget, Amelia was also like, I think, late teens, maybe early 20s when she was dating Scott Disick, who is in his 40s with 3 children. And she was dating him. Every other word out of Lisa Rinna's mouth during that season was Scott Disick, Kardashian, Scott Disick, Kris Jenner, Scott Disick, Kardashian, Kris Jenner, because she wanted to milk that relationship as much as she could. Also, what was very problematic, as you see on the screen, are photos that surfaced during New York Fashion Week, where to me personally, I find it really cringy. In this photo is Harry Hamlin and his daughter Amelia Gray. I thought it was a little hypersexualized. Like, if I just saw that photo, I would think that's a couple. I would think they just got done kissing or they're about to kiss or something's going on sexually. The way he's smelling her, the way he's looking at her, the hand around the waist, the way he's in, it's just, to me, it looks very sexual. And knowing that this is a father and daughter is gross to me. Now, again, I am not making any allegation when it comes to whatever type of relationship he has with his daughters. I want to be 100% clear. I am not making any allegation. I am just saying what I observe and how I feel looking at a photo when they are posed and looking like this, knowing that they are father and daughter. Just personally, it doesn't sit right in my gut. I don't like it. It's bizarre. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. The other photo is of Amelia and Delilah as well with Harry. Not as creepy, but just given the context of everything going on, it's still a bit of the creep vibes. You know, look at his hand on her upper body. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's father daughter. I mean, it is father daughter, but again, it's a little bit of that ick factor. It's a little bit of that creep factor. It's just giving me, I don't know, like it's a little creepy, it's a little unsettling. So I say all that to say this. Does that, in my opinion, give more credence and plausibility to these blind items? It kind of does. It kind of gives me Amelia and Delilah aren't actually really that close to Lisa and Harry. That Lisa and Harry are kind of in this fake relationship for, the cameras. She wants to be married to Harry Hamlin and they kind of have this agreement. And, he is a working actor in that world. And being in that world, he's a white male, it's better for his career to be married to, married and with kids and that little happy family. Like, let's just call a thing a thing. Even in 2023, as progressive as we are, it still looks better for that brand, for that, persona to be happily married with kids. When you're out here trying to be an actor and a star and this and that, it's just that persona. Do you know what I mean? And so I think that they just had this sort of like united front of, and I think it's just an understanding. I think she's like, I love Harry for who he is. I'm going to let him do him. I think he's like, I love Lisa for who she is. I'm going to let her do her. And we're just going to ride this until the wheels fall off. And it is what it is. They just have that understanding. I'm not going to be a hater in that sense because I personally think, just personally in general, I don't really care how people choose to live their lives. I don't really care if they have understandings. I don't really care. My only thing is this: be who you are. And as long as you're being honest and you live with integrity and you're not hurting anybody, live your life. Do you, boo boo? Be in Canada living your life. I don't care. I personally don't care. But what to me is creepy is the having your daughters ODing on prescription pills, crying on TikTok, begging for mental health services. That is what I have an issue with. Having your daughter who is struggling with an ED tell publicly, I didn't want to be on a show. I was forced on a show for a storyline. To me, that is what doesn't sit well with me. It's when you have, obviously they're adults at this point, they're in their 20s, but when you have children or whatever the case may be, or anybody who is struggling with mental health, addiction, disorders, and you see them being exploited, that is what doesn't sit well with me. So does it give credence that Harry and Lisa would be like, Harry has that new job on is it Mayfair Witches or Wayfair Witches, whatever it's called, on AMC. He's in that new movie that's out, 80 for Brady. It's with all of the like older actors and stuff. Harry's been on other stuff. He's a working actor, like him or not, he is a working actor. We can't knock him for that. He's always in something and he's always working. Okay. But as we know, being a working actor does not equal millions of dollars. Those are two different things, unfortunately. Just because you see somebody on TV a bunch doesn't mean that they're making bank. But he does care about his craft and he is a working actor. And I think, especially now that Lisa Rinna has been fired from the show, I think they really need to make sure that Harry stays working because, in my opinion, I think Lisa Rinna was the breadwinner in that household from those Bravo checks. That's what I think, at least. So I think now that his career is kind of having a little bit more of a resurgence, he's on that show and all of this, that, and the third. They want to make sure that he still has this Harry Hamlin husband, father aesthetic look. And for the cameras and for the media and for his acting persona, 100%, I bet you they said to the girls, if you don't show up, happy families, smile for the camera, give us a hug and kiss, act like everything is cool, we will cut you off financially. Do I think they said that? Is it plausible? Yes. Am I saying that this is fact? Obviously not. Again, this whole video, everything we say is alleged and for entertainment only. All of these blind items alleged for entertainment only. However, hypothetically speaking, do I see this being a plausible thing? Yeah, I do. I think that he wants to have this front. I think he wants to be that actor who's the husband, who has the kids. And a part of that package is doing the red carpet, is doing the photo shoots, is doing damage control. Because when these photos got released, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. Everybody was saying how disturbing and creepy and odd it was. And then all this stuff from his past came up. The stuff with Julian, what's her name? Julian Phillips, that he allegedly, really hurt that woman and basically ran her out of Hollywood along with frickin' Lisa Rinna. Because he was cheating on her with Lisa. She found out, broke up with him. He allegedly got really mad and really, really hurt her so much she ended up leaving the business. Those allegations came out. The allegations that he was running a brothel when he was in college came out. The allegations about, boyfriends here and there have come out. Allegations about other things have come out. So do I think that they want to have this front of happy families? Do I think that they are above threatening their own children? Absolutely not. We've already seen that Lisa Rinna is willing to exploit her own children. This whole thing about kids are off limits is a bunch of BS. She didn't let her children be off limits. She exploited them because she herself had no storyline. Lisa Rinna's only storyline has been exploiting the mental challenges, whatever the case may be, whether it's with, problem eating or addiction or, dating men who are triple, double your age, exploiting your children's problems, or just saying Harry Hamlin 55 million times, or trying to destroy other people. That's really been her only currency on the show. What has Lisa Rinna herself done? And she can't say Rinna Beauty because that is a flop. She can't say Rinna Rosé because, again, a flop. And those things only came out last season for like half an episode. And she just had, the girls come in the backyard and have a cocktail. So I don't know how that's a launch. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Do you think this blind item is true? The rumor that Lisa Rinna and Harry Hamlin threatened to cut off daughters Amelia and Delilah off financially if they don't attend his red carpet events for his movies and TV shows because they want to keep that front for, like the Hollywood Reporter and the Wrap and all of that stuff of happy families to make sure to protect Harry Hamlin's acting career. I think it's plausible. Put it down below. I want to know what you guys think. All right. Now, let's move on to the next